There we are. Welcome. Okay, hang on. Okay. 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 Okay, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me? Yes. Hello? Let me know. Yes! Hallelujah. Oh my God. Thank you for your patience, everyone. This has been the long way today. Yay, 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 yay. So much appreciation for technology when it's working. So, welcome to Friday's Inspiration. I am on my mobile phone and I am mobile. And we've got computers crashing this week. And I don't know if you want to say it's a Mercury retrograde, but whatever it is, it's a lot. So, we've got big energies, don't we? So, today, we are talking about clearing past lives to unlock priestess codes. And one thing that I've noticed a lot lately is people that are coming to me are women who are powerful. They know they're powerful. They sense that there's something bigger. They have these gifts, and yet every time they move towards it, like something is pushing them back, holding them down. And so, what I've been doing lately is working with past lives. It seems to be a very powerful way because so many of you are doing so much inner work. You're doing so much inner work with clearing all kinds of things in this lifetime, childhood stuff, um, you know, everything in this lifetime. And we've come to a certain point where it feels like, wow, I've done everything I know how. And my business, it's used to be way more successful, and now it's just not working. And so a lot of you, and say yes or let me know if any of you can resonate with this, that a lot of you are trying things that used to work and it's just not working anymore. Or you know that you have some powers, some gifts, maybe you don't know what they are. And there's all this fear around actually accessing them. And so this is what we want to declare today is these energies that are interfering with our abilities to really move forward. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kimberly Sherry. I'm an international energy expert, frequency alchemist. I've been in the healing arts for more than 40 years. And just morphing and changing just like all of you. I'm also on my own path of continuing to grow and expand. I have my own mentor as well. And some of you have the same mentor, Mas Sajadi. And we'll be joining up in London with Mas and Roma, yay, next month. Or is it already this month? Soon. Next month. We're approaching the end of May. Okay, yeah, next month in June, and in July in Ibiza. So really exciting things coming up that I'm looking forward to. And the thing that you may have noticed by now is that, you know, we can only go so far on our journey by ourselves. And many of you are lone wolves. I know I've been a lone wolf for a long time. And also know that I can only go so far on my own. And so over the years, I've worked with various mentors, some for speaking, some for my business. And every time it takes me just a little bit further. It's whatever I'm ready for. And so some of you have only gone as far as you can go on your own. And maybe that's why you keep coming here every week, because you know how helpful this is to help you break through some of the energies and altering the frequencies, raising your frequencies that maybe some other people are not able to do, or to get you to that new point, that new level. So I'm going to put on my glasses here for a second. I want to read some of your comments because I know we have an international audience. I always love hearing where you're all from. And I can see the comments here. So we finally have a working thing. Wow, you guys have been here a while. And so thank you so much for joining. France, welcome. and we have India, and all the comments about no audios. We have France in the house, great. And we have, who else do we have here? I know a lot of people from the US, which is always good. And let's see who else. Sweden, welcome, Sweden. That's a new country I haven't seen in a while. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, so no matter where we are in the world, there's these, we have these gifts that are coming forward. And you no doubt have an inkling or an idea now that you're here on the planet now at this time in human history, this most epic, pivotal time, because you have, like, we're either part of the solution or we're part of the problem. And those of you who are coming here, I believe that you are part of the solution, and you want to know how to be a bigger and a better contributor to the outcome that we're all building for the future. And so when it comes to these powerful lifetimes, many of you have been powerful healers, powerful medicine women, and even men. I had an interesting comment or question this week about whether or not men can also be feeling all of these things, and of course, because we've all played on both sides of these different roles. We've all been men, we've all been women in various lifetimes, and so that the gender that we are now is almost irrelevant, because we all have, those of you who are coming here that are listening to this have had these past lives. That's why you're here. You know it. You feel it deep in your bones that at some point you were helping people in a powerful way with powerful gifts. And maybe you led groups of people, and you knew how to work with herbs and the cycles and rhythms of the planet, and you had control of the elements and knew how to uh, create fire or rain, and you had all these powerful gifts. And yet now we've been convinced that this is all a bunch of hooey, and religion has made many of these things wrong and demonized. I know I grew up in a religion that made all of these gifts demonic, and that if we tapped into any of this stuff, that it was from the demons, and we were interacting with these darker forces. So that has all been an attempt to further control humanity and make us forget about our powerful gifts. So today we are going to be reversing some of these energies so that we can, this is a little complicated here, so that we can tap into these things that we know of, that we know deep in our bones. And it's not like I'm giving you something new. I'm not teaching you how to be a healer, or I'm not teaching you how to have these different gifts. These are gifts that you already have. You already possess these gifts. They've just been buried. You've just been convinced that you're powerless, and that you just have to take what's coming to you, and there's nothing you can do about all of these things that are happening on the planet. And those are a bunch of lies. And there's a lot of programming that's been going on. I call it the amnesia program, where these powers on the planet, and there's no doubt that these powers are real and they are powerful, but they've also just made us forget how powerful we are. So I call it the amnesia program, where they've even made us forget that we have the ability to self-generate love right in our hearts. They've got us all looking on the outside for love and for admiration and for approval, and that all starts right here in our own hearts. And so this is what we're starting to tap into, more and more of us, is our own gifts and how powerful we all are. And one of the reasons that it has been a challenge for some of you to tap into these is because in these previous lifetimes where you were powerful, where you had gifts, and it scared people, and they didn't know how to deal with these gifts, and they became afraid. Then this is why you got killed over and over and over. And these residual lifetimes are still in your energy field, so that when you start to expand out into your gifts and to your magic and to your brilliance, that you start to bump up against these old residual lifetimes that say, don't go there, you're going to die again. And so you don't. And hang on. And so you don't. And the energies, these fears and these old residual lifetimes, they stop you. They stop you from expanding and really stepping into these gifts. So this is what we're going to clear today. So give me a thumbs up or a yes if you resonate with this, that you feel like you know you've got some magic, you know you've got some gifts, but you just can't access it. Maybe when you do, you start to feel tired, or you start to feel distracted or afraid, or something distracts you. I'm curious if any of you have some of this. Yes, good, yes, absolutely. So thank you for coming here today, because the world needs you and your gifts, and we need to come out of hiding, and we need to stop being afraid. And I know that's hard to do with all these energies in place. So yes, very tired. So tired, right? Yes, that personal permission is hindered. Yes, right. Thank you for saying so. So clearing and voicing the truth, that's another big thing. Even being able to speak up and speak our truth. You know, these thyroid problems are rampant. That's right at the throat. That's right at the throat. And when you think about all the lifetimes that we've been killed over and over, and how much of that residual trauma sits right at the throat, where that's the most common place we can get killed. So you're welcome for helping you. That's why I'm here on the planet at this time, bringing my gifts and my magic to help you find and step into more of yours. So let's do this. You guys ready to step into more of your gifts and your magic, and let go of all these fearful lifetimes that are just sitting in your energy field? Let's do this. Yes, a lot of projection, Bart. And thank you for representing some men here. Killed by my love for having gifts. Yes. And so many of you are already tapping into some of these lifetimes where you've been killed. We've all been killed for our gifts. Let's do this. All right. Yes. And we have is this a Tammy? Okay, great. Yes. For a minute I thought it said Tom, but so it's great to have both men and women here, because we've all been on both sides of the coin. So let's do this. Let's get grounded. First, we're going to get ultra grounded. And this whole system that I'm using, the process that we're doing here, called Running Your Energy, is a process that I outline in my book, Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence, available on Amazon. And so if you find that you kind of get lost or stuck with these processes that we do here every week, every Friday, we've been doing this for years, 4 or 5 years, I can't even keep track now, that this, if you ever get lost or confused, I suggest you get the book. It outlines the whole system that we're using here, and how to measure frequencies, etc. But for the meantime, we're going to establish that line of energy that goes from the base of the spine all the way to the center of the planet. We're just going to set that on release. There we go. We're going to be releasing a lot of energies today, a lot of fear. And so next, now that we're grounded, we're going to send roots down from the bottoms of our feet. And this is going to go deep into our planet Earth. And it's going to intermingle with this intelligent communication layer of roots that wrap around the entire planet. And this communication layer also is part of what I refer to as pure darkness, where all transformation happens on the planet in pure darkness. Below the surface of the earth, everything that decays goes to this part of our planet. And then everything is rebirthed from this darkness. So pure darkness is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. When people hear darkness, like, oh, that must be bad. No, it's a good thing. And then we're also, with these roots, we're also accessing the pure light with the crystalline grid that's also below the surface of the earth. So as we're bringing all of this energy up through the roots, up into our feet, abundance, a feminine energy, pure darkness, pure light, we're bringing all of these energies up through our legs. There we go. Up through the knees and the thighs. And when it gets to that grounding cord, it's going to go down the root. So you have 2 loops of energy going down, up your legs and down your grounding. Okay, great. And so next, we're going to see if you have a worry circle. You do. It's out to the 3rd layer of your aura at the root. So we're going to pull in this worry circle. And we're just going to dump all these worries, fears, doubts, uncertainty down our grounding cord. Okay, great. We even have some sound effects. We got the sirens taking all this stuff away. This is great. Okay, and so now we're almost ultra grounded. Now we're going to go up to our hearts. We're going to ground our hearts. This is a really important part because this part of our energy field is so powerful that spirit wants us to actually start grounding our heart chakra so we can start releasing all of the judgments and all of the ways we make ourselves wrong. And we're holding that in our heart chakra. So we're going to go up to the hearts. It's 100% open because you guys have big hearts. And we are going to start bringing that big, luminous, bright heart energy down through the central core. So as it's starting to try to get grounded, it stops. We can't ground that heart because there's energies in the way. And so next we're going to, in order to ground the heart, the energy is actually not in the heart that we need to release. We're going to go down to the root chakra, out to that 3rd layer, where there's an energy there that I want you to tap into that says, it's not safe to ground your heart. So that's a lie. And it belongs to a control being. So there's a control being right in your root chakra. So we're going to use a black flame right at the base of your root. And so all of you, I want all of you to be doing this work along with me. Like, I don't want you coming here and just getting your house cleaned. I want you to learn how to do this so you can do this on your own. And this is how you learn how to master your energy. So I want you to use a black flame just with your imagination right at the base of your spine. And it's going to transmute this energy, this control being. So just by your imagination, because this is how powerful you are, you can change the frequency of these energies that are trying to interfere with your power. So this is what we're doing here. We're tapping into this power, these powers that we have that we've been, and it's not even so much giving away. We've just been letting ourselves get buried. So let's see if we can ground the hearts now. So heart chakra, yes. So now that energy is coming down into the solar plexus. Mm-hmm. Into the solar plexus, down into the second chakra, where it is stopping, out to that third layer. And so here's a lot of anger and rage. So yes, there's a lot of reason to be angry for all the lifetimes that we were killed, and also, no doubt, we were very angry when we were being killed for just pure injustice. And that's all old stuff. And so this is really important that you realize that in order for us to really step forward powerfully into this new world that we're all creating, that we have to let go of the past. And so that's why clearing these past lives has become so important, is we're letting go of the stuff that's been anchoring us in the past, in old fears and anger. So let's just dump all this anger down the grounding cord. Mm-hmm. Let's see, we're still grounding the heart, aren't we? So we're bringing that heart energy down into the solar plexus and the second chakra. So that second chakra still is blocked. So another control being, use a black flame. Use a black flame right in that lower belly in your second chakra. If you don't know where that is, it's just in your lower belly. All right. Boyanaki ayeto mokoye. Ai neati tumoyu kuma ai e naiki apoko nuyo. Imayata ke ea poyo. Okay, let's bring that heart energy down through the solar plexus, second chakra, spilling down the root. Okay, so now we're ultra grounded. Now notice that difference. Maybe you're starting to feel a little calmer. We still have more to go. And before we get too much further, I want to see how many lifetimes, past lives, we are clearing that when we've been killed. So hang on. And I know this might be an average, but wow, that's exciting. 50 lifetimes. So that's great. So I'm so glad all of you are here doing this really important, powerful work. Oh yeah, and you feel the emotions starting to come up, the sadness, the grief, so much energies. And now we have permission just to let it all go. As I'm almost getting emotional. Ooh, it's a lot. Ooh, great job. Okay, so now we're ultra grounded. Got a big fat grounding cord. In fact, make it bigger and fatter. Like you could drop a watermelon down this thing, because we're going to be letting go of shitloads of stuff today. I can already feel it. All right, so next we're going to go above our crowns, above our creative rings, where you hold all your dreams and desires of being a healer or a medicine woman or man, or a powerful priestess in this lifetime, leading others. And put those intentions in those creative rings above your head. And we're going to start bringing pure source down through these rings, so that we can calibrate this in our highest and best interests. So as pure source is coming down through the rings, okay, there's a control being in our creative rings. So this is interfering with what it is that we're trying to create this lifetime. So use a black flame, and it's about maybe a quarter of the way down through these rings that are stacked above your head. And I don't want to get anywhere near that end button. I'm trying to figure out how to hold this thing. Okay, there. So as we're bringing pure source down through these rings, using a black flame in those rings to just transmute these control beings. Oopsie. There. Okay, as we're bringing this energy down, Pure source is coming down through the creative rings now. Great. Go this way. Okay, so it's recalibrating our desires in our highest and best interests. So as this pure source is coming down into the crown, where we get permission, we give ourselves permission. We don't need anybody else's approval to be in our magic and our gifts and our power. So as we're bringing pure source down through these rings into the crown where it's stopping, all the way out to the 30th layer. So that's the reptilian energy right at the crown. So there's a circle of energy that radiates out from our crown chakra. It's our permission circle. And let's light this permission circle up with a black flame so that we can clear any of these darker energies, the 1%, the reptilian energies, any of these darker energies that are interfering with our sovereignty. So just light that flame up. Oi naike a mai tutumoyo ku I aepe no doya ka ye ama kukuya ane tike epe nayo tutukukumoya pa ane deya. Whew. Okay. Let's see if we can bring pure source now down through the crown. There we go. 6, 5, down into the throat. All those lifetimes where we got killed at the throat. Now we get to use a rainbow flame because the energy that's interfering here right now is this watcher energy, which lives all the way out in the 50th layer where they didn't think we'd ever notice them until now. Now we found the watcher energy. And so use that rainbow flame if you want to just put a rainbow flame right in the middle of your throat and just trust that this flame is intelligent enough to know how far out to go into your energy field to find this watcher energy, to transmute this energy. Koi moya a tate naki oyupe. Anetia ke enaye pukupuye. Ake nata e kaema papa. Ite onukuye aite paya. Woohoo. Okay, as pure source is coming down through the throat. There we go, into the heart. Yes, where it's stopping again out to that 3rd layer where the power of our heart is getting interfered with. And so let's see what's in here. Control being right in the heart. Use a black flame in your heart, transmuting. Well, yeah, a lot of grief in there, a lot of grief. O mai ti tianake o yapayetia ke panaye. Can't hold us back down. You can't hold us down. I love this saying that they tried to bury us, but they forgot we were seeds. Oh, yeah. Keep going. Just keep releasing, breathing and releasing. Some of you have lost grounding cord. To send that back down again. Poyanaki ina ye moyoko o poya ane ti tiamake aye. Okay, as we're bringing pure source down through the heart, there we go, into that solar plexus where it's stopping again. So this is that big stop sign. This is that place that says, yep, can't move forward, can't do anything, just stop right here. A lot of fear here. So in the solar plexus, out to that 3rd layer, there's fear entity, so we're going to use a black flame. And the watcher energy. So let's use a black flame and rainbow flame. changing the frequency here so that we can step into our power. We can step into our gifts and let go of all this fear that's been trying to stop us. Thank you. Okay. We're all good. We got sound again. I got on mute when that call came in. Okay, so we're good. We will call back the Apple Store who was trying to call there for a minute. Okay, so bringing this energy down through the solar plexus. There we go. Second chakra, where it's stopping again. Out to the third layer. A lot of rage in here. Just dump all that rage down the grounding cord. So we're accessing energies that are not in present time. This is all old energies. And so now we have permission to let it all go, to let all this energy that's been trying to stop us, so that we can really fully, powerfully step into our gifts and our magic. So in that second chakra, control beings, let's use black flame. Watch your energy. We're going to use rainbow flames. We're just going to throw all all the flames. We're going to throw all the flames at them. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Let's see here. Let's go. And the second chakra is really important because this is what we create with. If it's full of anger and rage, then every time we go to create something, it's just going to make us mad and angry, because this is what we're filtering all of our creations through. So it's no wonder that we're having such a hard time and struggling. And all this anger is designed to feed the beasts that keeping this whole paradigm in place. Right. Okay, so as we're bringing this energy down through the second chakra, spilling down the root, yay, now we are vertical, connected way up high to pure source energy, rooted deeply into our Mother Earth. Okay. Yeah, just let all that settle in for a minute. You guys are doing great. Okay, so now we're going to mix these two energies. The energies that are coming up the legs, so the pure earth energy, and all of that energy that's coming up through our legs, with pure source coming down through the backside. Where these two energies meet at the root, we're going to mix them together, and we're going to bring a 50-50 mixture up the front, real close to the spine. Up the front, real close to the spine. So it's getting stuck right on. Okay. It's getting stuck on some fear in our root. So open. Okay, a lot of you lost your grounding cord. Let's put down a new grounding cord in present time. Get regrounded. There we go. Big fat grounding cord, huge pipe. We are letting go lifetimes of garbage and debris and old crap that's been holding down all of our magic, our radiance, our brilliance. Oof, it's a lot. Okay. So now we're going to bring this 50-50 mixture up the front, heaven and earth energy, pure source. Bring it up the front. Okay, through the second and the third and the heart. and the throat, 6th chakra. Now you guys are cooking. Through the crown, through all of your rings. Great. And so now it's going to cascade down through all the layers of your aura like a big fountain. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to focus on the 15th layer of your aura. So we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to lift this 15th, this 1% energy out of the 15th layer. So lifting this up, up, up. When it gets above our crown, it's going to go through that central core above our head. We're going to send it off planet. Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So next we are aura. We're clearing the aura. 15th layer. 25th layer. Let's start at the bottom. We're going to lift this energy up through this layer. All of this fear, any fear entities through the 25th layer, any other fears that might be holding us back, that we haven't let go of yet from all of these residual past lives. 25. And then we're going to jump all the way out to the 50th layer. Just pretend you know where that is. And we're going to use a big circle around the base, around our base. And we're going to use a rainbow flame because it's a watcher energy. And we're just going to allow these flames to raise and rise up through this 50th layer, transmuting all of that watcher energy hanging out there, thinking we'd never noticed. Okay, great. And then let's make sure our circle of reciprocity is clear. So that starts at the heart, that bright luminous energy, and we're going to bring it up to the shoulder, up through our clavicle, and out that right arm. This is the giving masculine implementing arm. We have to give before we receive. That's just how the mechanics of this works. And then you're going to put your fingertips together like if there was another side. The other hand is holding my camera. So put the fingertips together like you're holding a small ball. And then we're going to allow this energy to come into your left receiving hand. And we're going to come up that left receiving hand. There we go. Allowing yourself to receive everything that you need to step into your gifts, your magic, your power. There. So coming into that left hand and then through the front and back of your heart, back out that right arm again. So that's the circle. Starting at the heart, out the right arm, in the left. That's the circle of reciprocity. And then it simultaneously passes through the throat, front and back of the throat, front and back of the 6th chakra, front and back of the crown, front and back, I guess, all of the creative rings. It passes through all of those creative rings. So you can gather all the information you need up in your Akashic records. Nose just got really tickly all of a sudden. Okay, excellent. That is running your energy, and that's the whole process. So now I want to check and see if we cleared all of those past lives. Hang on just a second here. If we cleared those past lives, okay, there's 3 left. So we're going to do these individually because these are the hardest and biggest and toughest ones. So buckle your seatbelts. Okay, so hang on. Will I still benefit from the healing if I rewatch this? Absolutely. The recordings are 95% effective. So 95% of this healing is better than 100% of not doing this healing at all. So yes, it's just as effective. So if you're here watching this as a recording, still incredibly powerful. You'll be able to feel the difference. That's where really your answer is going to be. How do you feel? You feel different. Okay, so we have 3 more lifetimes we're going to let go of here. The first one, we're going to go down to the root chakra, out to that 3rd layer, and we're going to tap into this powerless energy, paralyzing, like feeling imprisoned and tortured, and just a lot of a lot of holding you down, and trying to make you an example for others. Like they in this lifetime, they made it so that others saw you persecuted, it's like the scarlet letter thing, only worse, where you became the example so that others would see, if they use their gifts, if they use their magic, if they use their medicine, that this is what's going to happen to them. So they really turned up the volume to make sure that everyone else would be afraid. So tap into that. Ooh, yeah. And just let all of that go down your grounding. Gea na tia mapea o koye. Ti nai a mai ti kopoko koya na a kaye ti ti mai e o komu oya maati tia. Ke I aye moye kupuya a kaya a tate ne ti kia. Okay, good. Good job. Just keep breathing and releasing. We're going to do the 2nd lifetime. And so we're going to go up to the 6th chakra first, out to that 3rd layer. So this is where you're holding beliefs around being powerless. Like, and so the belief can be, if I step into my magic and my power and my gifts, I'm going to be killed. So while that may or may not be true in this lifetime, there's a lot of people that have been killed even in the last couple years for speaking their truth and bringing the truth to the fore, and that's just bringing truth forward. So anyway, 6 chakras. 6. There's a control being in there. Use a black flame right in that 6th chakra so you can transmute the lies that are being held in place by this control being. Moye tia a pea na ke ia to po oya na ta e kia. Ki na ki ti na e. In the same lifetime, we're going to go to the heart, out to the 2nd layer, where you're holding a lot of old anger and rage that you've turned inward, like you've made yourself wrong. So when these people are killing you and making an example out of you, there's a part of you that got imprinted that says, if I hadn't have done this, if I had, maybe kept my mouth shut, if I had just kept quiet like they said, and if I just shut everything down, I wouldn't have gotten killed. And while that may be true, this energy is still keeping you small and keeping you hidden, where you're afraid to step into your brilliance. Yeah, so just let all those judgments go down that grounding. Then we're going to go down to the root. All the way up to the 50th layer. So that's interesting. The watcher energy, keeping people afraid. And this is why they're stationed all the way out at the 50th layer. They don't want the 40th layer, which is the layer of oneness, unconditional love, where there's no divisions, where we're all headed. They don't want that energy to expand. And so that's the energy that you're clearing here. Okay, good. So we have one lifetime left to clear that is related to these past lives. So these are the tougher ones. So we're going to go, this is right at the crown. So this is like when somebody thinks that they own you. So right at the crown, out to the third layer. So this is like the ultimate submission, where they've got you at the crown chakra. They own you. Out to that third layer. So this is an energy that's been occupying your sovereignty ever since you died in this lifetime. So we're going to remove it so that you can access your sovereignty more fully. So it's a control being. Use a black flame right at your crown. If you want to use a circle of a circle flame, you can do that. Ke ana piana totoa ki a mai tia e ya to puyo kumo ye tai ke a ye te amakia. Yeah, just reminding us that we're sovereign beings and we are the masters of our universe. And the only thing that's been interfering is us holding on to all this garbage. So now we're letting it all go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Then we're going to go down to the root chakra in the same lifetime. And this circle goes all the way out to the 30th layer. So that's that reptilian energy. If you want to use a circle, black circle flame, you can do that. And we just pull all that energy in, transmuting this control, making us feel afraid to step into our power, to feel our purpose on the planet powerfully. Excellent. Okay, let's see if we've cleared all the lifetimes now. Unresolved past lives. Yay, we finally got to the bottom. 0 past lives that need to be cleared. Whew, that was a lot. I'm curious what your experience was about that. Please comment in and let us know. And how you feel now. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel a little less fearful? Do you feel a little more inspired? Yeah, that was great. A lot of good things here. Let's see what y'all got to say. So someone is tired. Oh, feel less tired. Great. Feel less tired. Awesome, Panda. And Catherine is feeling happier. That's great. Double hands. Right. Well, this is just the beginning of you stepping into your gifts and your power. And let's see, in late, but I'm feeling more inspired. Great. Yeah, go back and listen to the whole thing, Zelia. And then you can really get the benefit of this. And so this particular clearing is going to unfold over the next about 5 days. So really be gentle with yourself over this weekend as this starts to unfold. maybe you'll start to notice how you step more powerfully. Maybe you have greater awareness. Maybe you'll say or do things that you wouldn't do before. And this is all part of the awakening. So Terry, thanks for sharing. I feel much lighter, like this spoke to me directly. Yes, it's because you are a powerful healer. So many of you out here, you're all powerful healers. That's why you're here today. Martha, felt a few chills. My heart was beating faster earlier, but it's more relaxed now. Great, great. Peaceful and relieved. I used black kyanite crystal to wave around with when you talked about the black flame. Great, yeah. Whatever it takes, This is you guys stepping into your gifts, your magic, trusting what you feel is right and what is this is experiment and tap into these parts of you that say, hey, try this, do that, and it's just happens to be the right thing. And so Kiana's asking, do I do personal readings and healings? And I do. So where everyone starts, for those of you who want to have something more specific for you, like we do general healings here, which is really powerful and really great and helpful. But for those of you who want to go a step further and you want something specific to you, and maybe you have a specific problem or issue that you want help with, whether it's relationships or your business or your health, whatever it happens to be, it all starts with a personal vibrational altitude report. And in this report, I measure about 50 different things. And it's all done without speaking to you, knowing anything about you. I don't need to see a picture. I'm just tapping into your frequency. And so the most common response is, you nailed it, because I'm stepping into my gifts. And so that's where it all starts. And so in this report, like for those of you who are healers here, get this report and use it as an opportunity to see how much you can clear on your own. Because in the report, I tell you where all the energies are that are bringing your calibrations down. And so you can use the report to go to where the healing needs, where the blocks need to be released with your tools, with your gifts, whatever it is that you use. And then this report comes with a 30-minute conversation. And then in that 30 minutes is when I answer your questions and I help you. We discover if you were able to clear the energies that are blocking you. And if not, then we discuss a next step. Maybe you're meant to work with me, and there's different options in there. And there's also things that you can do on your own as well. But I really seem to be calling in a lot more powerful healers these days who know they're powerful. They know they're right at the edge, and they just keep bumping up against this stuff. And so maybe today really helped and really took you to a next level. But if it feels like there's still more, and you've got some really good big magic that you need to be bringing forward, but it's still not budging, then get a report, because that's where you'll know where everything is that's blocking you. And that's where your specific stuff can really start to move. All right. Thanks for asking. Let's see if there's any other questions or comments. Hang on here. I just don't want to touch the end button. End the whole program. No. Oops. Hang on. Where'd you go? Someone, I feel new. Great. And now, okay, there we go. Relieved. Hi, Grace. You'll have to start from the beginning. Just when you have a moment, listen to the whole thing from the beginning. You'll feel so much happier. Didn't we clear a lot? I felt a little emotional clearing the last life we did. Yes, because that was you. That resonated really powerfully with you, Conti. So great. It was in front of me in the table, and I just grabbed it. Oh, that we're talking about the wand. Great. Yeah, I can feel the clearing. Thank you, Kimberly. Virtual hug. Thank you, Asha. Feeling peaceful and happy. Lots of thanks. You're also welcome. And I couldn't do this. This would be not even a thing if you guys didn't show up. So thank you for showing up, and thank you especially for hanging in through all of this technical stuff that's happening this week. Lots of big energies. um, I intend to see again the replay. uh, is it good? Of course it's good. The replay is amazing because it's still 95% effective. Hello, Deborah, and you're welcome, Inga Marie. All right, so I hope all of you enjoy the weekend. Get out into some nature where nature can really help you feel present. We really need to feel fully in our bodies, present in our bodies, fully occupying our bodies so that we can tap into our gifts most powerfully. A lot of you are not spending, they're not fully occupying your bodies. You've been using meditation as a way to kind of leave your bodies. And so now it's time, and having released all of these energies, it might be a lot easier to be fully present, to be fully embodied, so that you can access all the messages that are coming in, all the inspiration. Your body is a huge tuning fork and antenna that's receiving messages 24/7. So when you're in your body, then you can fully hear what's going on and all the messages that are coming through through you and all of your magic. So go out and enjoy the weekend. We will be back next Friday. And yeah, listen to this again. Please share with your friends. We need more people showing up here so we can all step into our gifts and magic, right? Okay, sending so much love. Namaste.